Alright folks, as you can see, we're at the O'Keefe WMA now, and we're filling out our permits and everything, getting ready to go. And there's a rainbow. What do you know?
Oh, look at the sun right there, shining down over there.
Straight down this road, but it's blowing so fast I don't know that they're gonna be able to pick it up, you know, like this thing's just going. So there's fields on the right and left hand side of this power line ways. As you can see, the WMA place has it shredded. So we're gonna walk down here and check out those fields for tomorrow morning.
We've already seen hog tracks and hog poop all the way down there.
Yeah, there's a
creek right here.
Show 'em.
We've seen hog tracks all down there, and there's a dirt road. You can see them everywhere, and there's hog poop all down here.
Yeah, they're using this clearing to walk down this creek line, and I'm thinking they're making their way from their bedding area. It's the highway and the train tracks on the other side of this, so I don't think they like to stay here. The check station is to our right, so I think they're using this road a lot for, just passing ways. So may very well in the morning when I set up in these briars, just to get a gist of what's going on every now and then, walk out, just take a peek down the road. But we're gonna go ahead and get down to this field because I just realized I forgot my headlamp and we might have to walk back in the dark, and no one likes walking in the dark. So we're gonna go ahead and get down the road. The best thing we saw that afternoon scouting was basically the scenery. We didn't see much deer, but when we got back home, I went ahead and started up the pit, and we snuggled up in the truck and got real excited for the morning hunt. Alrighty folks, well, we just made it out of the truck, and we had a lot of company. There's probably about 4 other trucks back there, and they all took off on ATVs, and as you can tell, we're on foot, so that sucks. We gotta walk. I heard where they all stopped. We gotta walk a long ways compared to where they're at. There might be a stand here close by. This one guy just drove maybe 100 yards down here and ditched his ATV, so we're gonna see how this morning goes. Yeah, we got company somewhere back in there. We found us a good duck spot, boys. Look at that. Good night. Look at them all pouring in. I don't know if y'all can hear them or not. Back there, I just took some footage of probably about 1,000 ducks landing. And I was like, man, if you look over here, why wouldn't they like this open water? But I think they got some sort of plant that they're eating off of over there. And the reason why they flew off when I showed up wasn't because of me. There's actually 2 little red foxes working them on that back end red corner, or gray foxes, couldn't tell. On that back right corner, they're on the road, and they're working their way in that marsh trying to catch these ducks, which is really crazy because it's a cold morning. I mean, there's ice on the ground.
You can hear them ducks.
Hey, you hear them greenheads, boys? There's greenheads, gadwalls, wood ducks, teal. I mean, almost about every kind of duck you can think of I saw down over there. Look, there they go again. There must be 2 ponds because they keep flying just over them trees and landing back and forth. But out here in this open, in this big water over here, there's nothing. Man, I wish it was duck season. All right, well, we got to focus back up, regroup, and kind of like back in my hometown. You can hear that train's going, so we're going to go ahead and pack up out of here while we got some cover sound. That guy's about to start shooting, and the train's going by, so we're going to pack up and get ready to go for another walk. All right, we're heading out now. This is the field we were on. And there's some major used trails coming up in here. For instance, there's one see that or not, but that's a pretty hefty trail coming into this field. And then also, there's trails right there and right there the exact same way, so we'll have to see how it goes. Alrighty, folks. We found this little watering hole here, and I wish y'all could be here to smell the muskiness right now. I mean, it just smells musky, you know. And I'll tell you what. Come here. If you look there in that indention, that's called a hog waller. That's not fresh because there's leaves in it. None of these are fresh, right? If you come right here. If you come right here and you look at that, that's what those look like before this water level went down. And you see how it's still murky all in here? It's because they were in here this morning before we got here. And if you look at that one's the freshest one, and that one's big. That's a big. I'm guessing that's a 200-pound wall right there. And if you look back here, it's real open. Now you'll hear them coming from a good ways. I'm gonna set up in this spot this afternoon because I already shot one deer, and if I can get some pork to make some sausages, that's awesome. And out of all these places right now, I'm looking for a tree that's got the biggest base to hide my back. So if they're coming, I can turn around and adjust to the side of the tree they're coming to.
That tree.
So initially, I was thinking maybe I'd sit by this tree right here, but the cover isn't high enough, and I'm too close to the water. So if you look back this way, right there, where the crease comes up in that tree, zoom in, right there, that tree right there, it comes up to the top, and it's about 40 yards from the water. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit right there this afternoon and use that tree to cover my back. I'll clear out the leaves from under my feet so it's not loud when I have to make an adjustment if they're coming from behind me. If not, I'll see them coming either across that field with my binoculars, or I'll hear them coming to the tree line here. Either way, I'll be able to know they're coming before they're here. And another thing, there's a lot of deer in here too. Here's another big open field. You hear that dude hammering them geese back there? I think we gotta go further south, but we're not even allowed down there till 1 o'clock because it's designated waterfowl hunting in the morning. So that sucks, but there's just too many guys shooting up here and to try to hunt deer. They're laying back in this thick stuff, and I don't know that they're gonna come out. Alright, so as you can see, we're in this open field here, and right through the middle, a little creek runs through. On the map, it's showing it's little bitty, and all that thick stuff's in there. So if these deer are out in these fields and they don't want to leave quite yet, but you know, this guy's shooting, they don't want to go back into their woods. They want it to calm down. I think they might be bedded up in there. The wind is blowing to our face, so I'm excited about that. We got the wind, and if you look, it's basically all dirt, so we're not gonna make a whole lot of noise getting there. We're gonna get to this edge on my glass and see if I can see any horns or ears or anything moving around. We're just gonna hug this tree line. We're gonna just glass for a little bit, and if we don't see anything, I'm gonna make my way in there and maybe see if I can catch some deer coming in. That'll probably be my last sit for this morning.
Immediately upon crossing that creek along that CRP field, I saw some hog sign, and I was super excited because we had the wind in our favor, So I just kept working that field, looking in there with my binoculars to see if I could pick anything up. Just after seeing some hog tracks and stuff and getting footage of it, I picked my binoculars back up and glanced over a field with some shorter grass, and I noticed something quite interesting.
Everyone, y'all can't really see it. There's a coyote out there about, I'd say like 70 yards. Tyler is gonna try and call him in a little and shoot him. That coyote is looking for rats. We thought it was a hog at first. Because all up over here, there's hog tracks everywhere. So when Tyler, he's over there, trying to get to that hog. Not that hog, that coyote. I'll pull the camera back out when he pulls back. There's that coyote. There's Tyler. I feel like he's about to pull back. He pulled back. There's that coyote. He got him. Everyone, we just experienced one of the craziest moments of our life. Something we'll definitely tell our children one day.
Well,
What just happened, Tyler?
we were walking and I was looking for pigs. If you
Here.
look back here and all this stick stuff, it's all
I already
marshy.
told him that. I told him.
Well, we were looking for pigs, and out here there was a coyote hunting, like, I think it was rats. And AJ was standing right about there,
Mm-hmm.
and I walked in all through this marsh.
Yep.
And now that I can see it from here, I shot him for the perfect distance, 40, 45 yards is what I shot him for. Man, I hit him back, but like when I shot, by the time the arrow got there, I don't know if it was me falling off being excited
Could have been the wind.
or the wind. The wind is blowing kind of crossways like this. It might have been both of that big broadhead up front. All I know is when he turned right here on the entrance side, I saw a big hole, probably about this big. But I don't know where it exited. He could be a dead dog already. But I hate to go in there with the wounded coyote, you know.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. That was exciting, but it was also terrifying.
Yeah,
That thing started barking.
I shot at him and he yelped. I had him so fooled, he had no idea where I was. He actually started running to me, so I was like, hey, hey, hey. And he just kept coming, so I retreated further back into the marsh because, I mean, I don't mess around. That's a freaking dog, you know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah, that was scary.
Dog that has to kill to stay alive throughout its whole life. Now, mind you, it is rabbits and birds, but still, I'd rather not get torn up. We're giving him some time.
Yeah, he's somewhere in here. He hasn't gone far.
I don't know if he's probably about as deep as where I left him at, or right here, or he could be out of the country by now.
I don't think he's out of the country.
If I didn't hit him good enough. I didn't hear clack, you know, the hollow rib sound, and I think it might be a gut shot, but I think I got that artery right under his spine. So
We'll just have
I'm
to
gonna go see
see.
if I can find my arrow right now.
All right, babe. What's up?
So I want you to come take a look at this. Look at all this hair right here.
See that hair?
Look at all of this hair. He's a big fluffy coyote. Look at this initial blood right on the head.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
assuming my arrow's gonna
Look.
be.
There's that blood.
I'm assuming my arrow's gotta be down right in here somewhere. I really want to find it. Arrows aren't cheap.
Yeah, and it's got a nice old broadhead on it.
But I'm thinking that's the initial hit. My arrow's got to be right here somewhere unless it's in him. I left my
There's
bow
some more.
where I very first found blood. Man, come on, where's my arrow at?
Okay.
All right, so this is where the hair is. But I actually backtracked to find this because I want to find my arrow. I'm gonna leave my backpack here with my orange cap. And if we walk toward my bow over here, actually,
Where's it at?
I blood trailed him through the grass over here. And I left my bow where I found really good blood at, which is right over here. If you look, you can see he's actually bleeding really, really well.
He's definitely dead.
Coming through. You can see here, blood there, there, down there, all through here. So here's the good spot. This is where he twisted in a circle, right here.
Yeah, that's some good blood.
If you look at all of that over there,
There's blood everywhere.
here's my bow.
Look at all that blood. Okay.
Alright, so the blood pile's right there. And if you watch in the video, where that orange hat is, that's where all that hair is. I hit him, he comes running directly at me. So I give him a hey, hey, to kind of try to stop him because, you know, I don't want to go fist to fist with him. And my quiver, I set it back there with my pack, and I was like, nah, I'm chill with that. So I got out of there thinking he'd go into that thick stuff. Well, he stopped here and circled, and you can see it in the video, and he bled like crazy. And I've been body searching because I thought he was just right there in the grass where I was originally standing when I shot him. But it turns out he doubled back, and I'm on his trail now, and I can see blood all the way up to right here. So, I mean, you can see he almost doubled back exactly where he came from.
Yeah.
And if we're walking here, if you look at the camera, you can see the blood to the left of me. I'm not going to walk on top of it in case we need to come back to it. But if you see all the way up here,
There's some blood.
I got blood up here. Good blood, actually.
Blood. Let me see. Oh yeah. There's some more blood. We're gonna find him today.
More here. He's bleeding pretty good. We got more here. I can kind of see a trail in the grass, so I'm just going to stay on this trail.
There's some more over
I'm
there.
going to walk to the side of my blood trail because I don't want to be walking on it and accident up if I do need to double back.
Just find that coyote. He's over there. He ain't dead. Oh, that's crazy. We've been walking all over here. He's still limping over there. Here. He's over there. I don't know if y'all can see him. He's over there though.
After looking up and seeing that coyote still walking with the amount of blood that was on the ground, shocked would be an understatement. And I said, man, I feel bad for the poor fella, even though he's a fawn killer. So I made my way over there as fast as I could.
I know we don't want to leave an animal. Don't matter what kind of animal it is, we don't want to leave an animal like that.
I walked in really, really slow because I couldn't tell if the coyote had gone down to the water in the creek or if he was still standing on the bank. So I just moved in super slow and took my time. I didn't want to jump him. I wanted to sneak up behind him once he felt safe in that cover. As I got under 40 yards of where I thought he was, the suspense was killing me. I couldn't tell if he was going to come running out at me or if he was already dead or if maybe he was laying in the creek, drinking water. I didn't know what was about to happen.
Going back. He let the arrow fly. He hit something. I heard it. He got him. He's dead. He's not suffering no more. He's walking up to him. I'm gonna walk up there. Okay.
Alright, folks, well, I only got one left in the quiver. I'd really like to find that other one, man.
Well, we looked everywhere for it.
This tall grass I found it. This other arrow stuck in him. He was crawling, trying to get to this water down here. So I angled up as much as I could because I didn't want him to run off. So I hit him in the spine. I'm thinking it came out heart lung. So
If he's not dead, he's about to be.
so I gave him. It's been about 5 minutes now, but I mean, I walked up to him and he already lost probably a gallon of blood walking over here, plus that shot. So I mean, he just fell over like a freaking rock, you know. So I think he's done. I'm gonna go check him before I let the camera lady walk up in there, but I'll pull him out and hopefully we can pose with him. He's a beautiful dog. He's got such a red pelt with a gray on the back. It's gonna be hard not to pay for a mountain system.
Okay, everyone. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, I've never seen a coyote that color. He's in Texas, they aren't this color. He's beautiful.
I want y'all to take a look real quick. If you see these little limbs here,
Yeah, these little.
I did have to shoot through this from over there. And this arrow was spinning so much, the broadhead probably stayed straight and it loosened a little bit. So when it hit them, these blades, they're not even damaged. And if you look at this one right here, I think the broadhead loosened on the shaft. Oh yeah, I'm correct.
Yep, it did.
And these blades just fell off the head.
I
So
mean,
that's the thing to note with these broadheads. If you're on public land and you're like, man, I might have to shoot through a little bitty limb and something, I mean, this would affect arrow flight really bad. I mean, the reason why I'm shooting these and not mechanicals is, well, if there's a little limb like this, a mechanical could open up. With these, it would chop it right off. You know, no problem if the animal's right behind it.
Yeah.
But if it's gonna do this, I mean, I might reconsider. That went from an 1.5 inch cut to probably an inch now.
And look at him. You know, pick him up. Ooh, yeah.
Wonder where my knock went. It's probably in
him.
I'm gonna get that out of the way. Stick these in my. I'm gonna cut. I'll be, hopefully I don't cut myself. I'm gonna stick those in there. And boys, would you look at this? Yeah, look at that exit wound there.
Oh my gosh! Here, wait. I'm gonna zoom in on that. Look at that.
Look at this exit wound of the first shot.
Oh my gosh.
This is the follow-up shot right in the heart. But boys, look at this dog. It's the prettiest dog I've ever seen before.
I
I'm
know.
gonna drag him out of this little holler here, and we're gonna take some pictures with him.
Heck yeah. Good job, babe.
I went ahead and got him pulled out of the bush, and we took a few photos and whatnot. And like I said, we made a big circle, and on our way back out, man, did we see a lot of ducks.
Look at all of them. Golly. Look at that. Look at that. Look at these two. God, look at all of these over here. Holy crap. Look. Oh my goodness. Look, they just keep coming out of the woods. Good night. Look at all them birds. Holy crap. I know, look at all of them.
Once we got back to camp, I skinned them out and whatnot. And man, y'all heard me talking about my old hometown down in Texas, and we used to live right by the track. So I took a moment to just kind of, I don't know, enjoy the little bit what was left of that afternoon and watch the train go by and just think about the good old days.